windows wide open. West Coast we ride. Windows wide open. Alright. Windows wide open.
Thanks for tuning in to Inevitable TV. I'm sitting with LA's own Taktile. What's good, my brother?
How you doing, man?
Thanks for coming through, man.
Thanks for having me.
All right, man. So I like to get into things immediately, straight off the bat, brother. You know what I'm saying? So you're a West Coast rapper, man. You know what I'm saying? How has the West Coast influenced your MCing?
Yeah, I mean, you know, West Coast rap, especially when I was younger, was a huge influence. Specifically Ice Cube.
Okay.
Growing up, you know, obviously Tupac moved out to the West Coast, and it's had a lot of different influences on me. But at the same time, it's not something I want to get caught into. I feel like the West Coast can box you into something.
Okay.
And maybe there's almost a stigma of having to be gangster that has held other rappers down that might have made it on the East.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's kind of a plus and a minus thing. I'm really hoping that the West Coast will grow from that.
Okay.
Move in a new avenue.
Right, that's cool. I feel it. I can dig it. So what do you feel about the state of hip hop right now?
You know, hip hop to you means something different than it does to me.
Okay.
Everybody's hip hop has a definition. You know, when I was growing up, right at 10 years old, it was, you know, turn off the radio. There's no hip hop.
Right.
And now you hear commercial hip hop, where you can say people are ruining hip hop.
Okay.
I guess, you know, you get the good and the bad with that, right? It's gotta grow, and now it's one of the biggest musics around. And you know, real hip hop heads want to get back to real lyrics, and I'm one of them. But at the same time, you know, the state of hip hop is so big, it means too much to different people. So I get will take what it means to me.
Shorty, get the lights. Politics, get the pants, get the lights. This is
Obviously, you know, you're a white rapper, you know, so do you often get compared to Eminem, or, you know, you kind of out your genre, people would say, or, I mean, how does that affect your music, or does it affect your music?
It doesn't affect my music,
Okay.
but yes, I do get compared to Eminem, and that's usually by someone who's not real
Right.
hip hop head, perhaps. Like the next black golfer is probably gonna get compared to Tiger Woods. But
Right.
Windows wide open.
Should the public, the world, buy into Taktile? The rapper, the MC, the artist, the person?
I think I do much better with the people who are just looking for something real genuine.
Okay.
I'm not the flashiest person. I ain't gonna bring a whole bunch of bullshit into
Right,
anything.
right.
And you know, yeah, definitely. If you want to compare me to Eminem, hopefully one day we're comparing bank accounts. But it may not be the case. You know,
I could dig
I
that.
would just say that whatever I bring and it seems to work in many genres, I find myself getting fans from, you know, maybe say I'm not always into hip hop.
Right.
And I think that's because I have a music background as a drummer.
Okay.
And I'm very eclectic when it comes to my own taste.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's a free country, so
Right.
you don't have to buy into my shit, but you definitely are not going to get anything synthetic.
Okay, good. I can dig. I'm buying into it already.
You know, they call me the 9 to 5.
Okay, my man. Okay, well, speaking of that, you've been a drummer, and this is in a rock band.
Yeah.
Okay, so was that a crossover? What was that process of crossing over like for you? You know,
Yeah. That was just about getting more hoes.
Okay.
No, you know, hip hop was my initial thing from 10 years old to whatever.
Okay.
And, I had a phase where my brother, who was
Okay.
still currently in the rock band,
Right.
Outlet, big up to Outlet.
Okay.
I got really into just the idea of being a drummer.
Okay.
And within 2 years, I had taught myself well enough to get the opportunity to play with them.
Oh.
And one of the deals was I'd come off the drums, we dropped the whole rock thing, did a straight hip hop show to track.
Oh,
And
okay.
so eventually, you know, that was doing well, but there was that whole Linkin Park thing and Limp Bizkit thing, and it became kind of trendy. And I really wanted to get back to focusing on writing.
Okay.
Definitely something that helped me to grow as an artist.
Right, and I'm also aware that you produce a lot of your music on your songs. So, percentage-wise, would you be more of a producer than an MC, or how would you break that down in percentage-wise? You know, as far as you being an artist,
Yeah.
both.
That's a good question, man. I love to produce, but
Okay.
it's funny because the more I work with different producers,
Okay.
I find that I'm a better MC over other people's
Okay.
tracks. I think sometimes the tracks that I make might work for someone else, but
Right.
seem to limit my own talent as a rapper. and you know, working with artists like Ron Holden, who goes by H Factor, Big Sid. There seems to be a lot more room for me personally as an MC over their tracks, but I at least usually try and bring the seed to the table, and the idea kind of grows from there.
Oh, okay. Cool, man. I like that.
Tech, that's how we do it, man. We work two motherfuckers at the same time, right?
Yeah, when we get sick of this beat, we be like, mute that shit. Let's play that beat. Do the running man.
MCs that inspired you. Your top 5. Who would they be off the top of your dome, top of your mind?
I'm glad that you say inspired too, because I hate the who's the best.
Okay.
You know, we can sit on the block all day and argue about
Exactly.
and Jay-Z, but inspiration is the people that influence me. Personally, Ice Cube, who I mentioned earlier, is definitely #1. Death Certificate, America's Most Wanted, one of the most influential records to me. I'd have to follow that up with Jay-Z and Tupac. And what, you know, a name I think gets overlooked a lot is Black Thought from the Roots. Because he handles it over a band, and he says so much that goes over so many heads. That last slide, you know, Jadakiss and Nas are probably gonna have to be in a boxing ring together, fighting it out.
And if you could change anything about the industry, what would you change?
You know, today it's easier to be heard than ever before. But it's harder to be remembered. Any asshole can sit at home on the internet and get in line before a real artist. So I guess that somehow I would have to put some kind of filter in place. But in the end, man, the ones that are doing it for the right reasons, they're gonna find their way to the top. So that's a real good question. I guess you know, I just try and weed through the bullshit and the thinning of the herd. You know, it's part of a lot of the theme on my new record.
And speaking of your new record, this is your 4th album, right?
Yes, sir.
So what can we expect? Us, the fans, us, the public, and the people that's looking for your stuff and wanting to expect something. What could we expect from this 4th project that you're working on?
It's definitely the most organic project I've done, but I think it's a grown-up album in the way that, you know, fans of my first record who really bought into the lyrics. This also takes the newer stuff with the better production and kind of meets it in the middle. So definitely something with a message. You know, each song is going to have a message I think people will be able to relate to, but the production is real. It started off to be real top-notch. A lot of live drum sounds. So yeah, man, definitely look for that. The new music video is out.
All right.
And when those words came together, it was the worst pain ever. And when those words came together, well. So many words that.
Worst Pain.
Worst Pain.
And this song's about a dream I had, and it was real. I woke up in the middle of the night and totally dreamt that my girl had passed away. And I ended up writing the song on the spot at 3 in the morning because it felt so real. And the song goes on to tell you.
I'm a West Side rider, salad in the seat, got the dressing on the tires.
Is this still home? Do you reside here, or did you? So
North Hollywood.
Yeah,
man. I mean, you know, I can kind of take people on a walk through a real life. And when people get to know me, I'm a little bit different, but you know, I think that everyone realizes a genuine quality that I have to be able to get along a little bit with everybody, whatever they may be. And you know, with age does come wisdom, and I feel like I'm at a point now where I've really found a balance in my life that's going to bring out the best music, the best person, the best future moving forward. So, you know, I've done the 9 to 5 thing. I've been rapping for many years now, and if you're a fan of just like good music, stick with me. That's what we're going to bring you, and there's going to be a lot of good people involved in the project.
my man.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up, man. Taktile, LA's on, man. Thanks for coming through. Checking out IneviTable TV.